Autumn pruning pitfalls, expert advice on what not to cut back this fall. As the vibrant colors of fall sweep across gardens and landscapes, many homeowners feel compelled to tidy up their outdoor spaces by trimming and pruning. The urge to cut back plants and remove spent foliage can seem like a natural instinct as winter approaches. However, experts warn that not all plants benefit from autumn pruning. In fact, some plants can be negatively impacted if pruned at this time, potentially affecting their growth and flowering in the following seasons. To help gardeners navigate the complexities of fall pruning, we consulted a panel of horticultural experts who shared their insights on which plants should be left untouched as the temperatures drop. 1. Roses, a delicate balance. Roses are a beloved staple in many gardens, often blooming beautifully well into the fall. Christine Froelich, a horticulturist and owner of Gardening with What You Have, advises against trimming roses during autumn. Pruning them in the fall opens their tissues and exposes them to potential dieback, she explains. Instead, Froelich recommends waiting until spring, when temperatures rise above freezing, to prune roses effectively. 2. Azaleas, preserving future blooms. Azaleas, part of the rhododendron family, prepare their buds for the next season in the fall. Froelich cautions against cutting them back at this time, as doing so will remove next year's blooms. Pruning promotes new growth, which won't have time to harden off before cold weather arrives, risking foliage burn, she warns. To ensure healthy blooms, it's best to leave azaleas unpruned until after they have flowered in spring. 3. Sunflowers, the feast for winter buds. While sunflowers, Helianthus annuus, may wilt with the first frosts, it's best to resist the urge to cut them back. Their seed heads provide a valuable food source for winter songbirds like chickadees. Additionally, the faded stalks can contribute visual interest to winter landscapes, creating a natural and rustic aesthetic. 4. Red-hot pokers, protecting the crown. Gardeners in warmer climates might grow Kniphofia, commonly known as red-hot poker. This vibrant flower should not be cut back in the fall, as leaving the faded foliage helps insulate the crown of the plant from cold temperatures. Pruning in spring is recommended to promote new growth while protecting the plant during harsh winter conditions. 5. Lilacs, timing is everything. Lilacs, Syringa vulgaris, are cherished for their fragrant blooms, but cutting them back in the fall can have detrimental effects. Froelich points out that fall pruning will remove the buds that have already formed for next year's flowers. Instead, she advises trimming lilacs just after their spring bloom to allow them time to reset and grow during the summer. 6. Oak trees, avoiding oak wilt. According to Laura Irish Hanson, an extension horticulture educator at the University of Minnesota Extension, fall is not the time to prune oak trees, quercus. Pruning during this season can increase the risk of oak wilt, a serious disease that affects oak trees. Irish Hanson recommends marking dead limbs for later pruning during the dormant season in late winter. 7. Rhododendrons, preserving flower buds. Similar to azaleas, rhododendrons also form their flower buds during the spring. Irish Hanson notes that pruning these beloved shrubs in the fall can eliminate next year's blooms. If necessary, prune only damaged stems in the fall and wait until after flowering in spring for any additional pruning. 8. Caryopteris, timing your cuts. Caryopteris, also known as bluebeard, produces stunning flowers but requires careful pruning. Froelich advises waiting until spring to prune woody shrubs like Caryopteris to prevent cutting off flower buds that have formed. This precaution ensures you can enjoy their full beauty in the blooming season. 9. Oak leaf hydrangeas, know your varieties. Different varieties of hydrangeas require different pruning schedules. Lorraine Biletto, a hydrangea expert, emphasizes that oak leaf hydrangeas, Hydrangea quercifolia, flower on old wood, meaning they should not be pruned in the fall. Pruning can remove the already formed flower buds, resulting in a lack of blooms in the following year. 10. Russian sage, a winter protector. Frolic recommends leaving Russian sage, Salvia youngi, unpruned during the fall. The old growth offers insulation for the crown over the winter, protecting the plant from dieback and damage to future flowers. 11. Peonies, timing matters. Peonies, Peonia, can be cut back late in the fall once freezing temperatures have set in. However, it's important to wait until all growth has stopped to avoid cutting back too early and denying the plant's energy from light harvesting. Overtrimming can jeopardize the health of these perennial favorites. 12. Cornflowers, a natural habitat. While there's nothing wrong with trimming back cornflowers, Echinacea purpurea, in the fall, Frolic recommends leaving the seed heads and stalks for nature to enjoy. These remnants provide food for birds and insects, contributing to the ecosystem's health during the winter months. Pruning with purpose. As the gardening season transitions into fall, it's vital to approach pruning with a clear understanding of each plant's needs. While tidiness may seem appealing, respecting the natural growth cycles of certain plants can lead to a more fruitful and vibrant garden in the following seasons. By heeding the expert advice on which plants to avoid cutting back in autumn, gardeners can cultivate a thriving landscape that flourishes year after year. Embrace the beauty of your garden through thoughtful pruning practices and enjoy the rewards of your labor in the spring.